Just jump right in. How did you initially discover The Sky is Everywhere, and what was it about this particular story that made you want to adapt it from the page to the screen?
I read the script. My agent sent me the script, I don't know, 4 years ago. And usually that's not how you find something. Like I usually find a book I like or an article or something, or develop something on my own. But I fell in love with this script. I just like loved it so much. And I think I was really drawn to the location, to shooting something in the forest. I'm really a nature girl. So I was excited to, every movie is sort of a chance to go have an adventure. So I was like, ooh, make a movie in the redwood forest. But then on a deeper level, I was like, super drawn to the fact that this is a film about, it's a coming of age story, but it's also a life and death. It's dealing with grief and how do you handle loss, and especially with that tender age, it felt so important of a story to tell. And Jandy had rendered it so beautifully with so much subjectivity and so many magical sequences that I'd felt it, or the script felt very me, and so
Mm.
I was just ready to plunge in. I was so excited to make that world, the world I lived in for years, to make the movie.
This film takes audiences on an emotional roller coaster. How did you create the space for the actors to explore those varying emotions?
Oh wow, we I really care about actors. I love actors. I think performance is always the most important thing. And so, I think the number one way that an actor first feels safe, like the first thing that helps them feel safe, is just, is the set feel positive for everyone, not just them, but like for the whole crew. And so I think we really tried to like include everybody, especially we shot during the pandemic and the California wildfires. It was a pretty crazy, intense time. And many of us hadn't really left our house in like months. So to come out and work again was such a gift. And so, um, there's that, creating a good vibe on set, a vibe where everyone feels important and feels heard. And then when we got, with the actors, it's just sort of like trying to live into these moments with them. And because we're all storytellers and they're such gifted storytellers, that's why I wanted to work with them. They read so much into the script, so a lot of our collaboration was just sort of like maybe going deeper into the personal circumstances, deeper into the moment, or maybe like finding a little bit of nuance or an arc to a scene. And
Mm.
but and it was also holding the darkness and the lightness side by side. There's a moment when Lenny runs out of, um she's just quit clarinet. She's basically given up her title. She's like run out of the room. She jumped out of a window actually in the room that she was like trying out for this clarinet solo, like her first chair for the clarinet at. She runs into the forest, and the first few takes of the scene, I was like, why isn't this working? And she was playing it. Joe runs after her and catches up to her, and is kind of like, trying to take a walk with her. And at first she was just staying. I realized that it was that we were staying a little bit in the darkness, and that she needed to have that reality of the grief, but we also needed to have all of the joy of being chased by this guy and feeling like, oh my God, he's right here with me. And I just want to be so like, I want to be so in love, and I'm hurting deep inside. So it was always like trying to keep the two layers going at once, like the possibility of total joy and abandon that you feel when you're falling in love for the first time, and the real challenge of like of how to navigate this like whirlwind that eats your heart up when you're
Mm.
grieving.